we get rid of everything except Bloodseeker here because we like the weapon and we want to try to find a 1-drop to contest the board with. I can coin out Spirit Poacher, theoretically. I would like to not have to play the coin, but if I do have to play the coin, either A, I'll kill something with Bloodseeker, or B, I'll coin out Spirit Poacher. It really doesn't matter to me which one I coin out. It really is matchup or like card dependent. If they play the Trog, maybe I just don't coin out anything and I play Bloodseeker on turn 2. What rank are you in League? I mean, Plat 1. I usually get to about Plat 1 and then stop playing because I'm an idiot. And then I come back, I change, like literally the same thing has happened 3 seasons in a row. I get on League, boom. I get to Plat within like 2 weeks. Then I get to Plat 1 in a couple of weeks. And then after that, excuse me. Oh boy. After that, I'm like, you know what, I'm bored. So I switch roles, fall back down to Plat 4, and then slowly build my way back up from there. We're gonna go weapon and hit face. And we're gonna hope that this is able to give me a one that gives me a weapon or something. Hopefully they also play something with 2 HP, that would be awesome. I want to start streaming on YouTube. Never streamed, but I play a lot of Hearthstone. What's the first step? You need to get OBS and a computer that can stream. That has the capabilities. I don't know exactly what specs you need to stream Hearthstone. I'll be honest. The Stag, it's decent. We don't have a weapon right now, but it's okay. We can tracking and potentially find a weapon for next turn, so I'm okay hitting here. Yeah, you need that, and then also you just need to go in with the mindset like this is going to take a long time. It's gonna take a long time. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You just have to accept that that's what's gonna happen. Am I the one that's gonna get OTK'd turn like 7 or 8? That's crazy. Baddie guest. I'm gonna fight for the board here. Go boom, boom. We're not even gonna tracking because we get a weapon off of this in a second. We're gonna go trade, I guess, and then 3-1 face because they both basically die to most of the same stuff. Maybe you should stream League sometime. I mean, I mostly only play Wukong at this point. I'm actually gonna try to hit Diamond this season, but I actually was going to do, I already have this loaded up, the Bravery Challenge, the Ultimate Bravery Challenge. I saw Tyler One doing it a while ago and I was like, that sounds pretty fun. We're gonna look for, do I want Selective Breeder to make a copy of Shockspitter, or do I just want the Shockspitter? I might as well take this because it's more mana efficient to do this, get a copy and hero power. It actually allows me to put a little bit more pressure on the board, so that's cool. We're gonna go boom, and then these are gonna go face. Anyway, I was gonna do an Ultimate Bravery Challenge, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream it, but I'm gonna make videos on it. Ideally. I'm just trying to figure out what more to do, because I don't know what I want to do with YouTube anymore. Like, don't get me wrong, I still enjoy doing Hearthstone and TFT. Or not TFT, Marvel Snap. The problem is, I feel personally that making 2 videos per day is just a lot of videos for people to watch. I just don't think that it's worth it for people to watch that many videos. Maybe I'm crazy for it, I don't know. But it just doesn't feel good to me to play that, or to have that many games going on. This is gonna do 10 damage. How much damage do I have? I'm not quite there. I should have killed this off first. We're not quite there, so I guess what we should do is we should draw cards, equip a new weapon, and try to get rid of as much armor as possible. But I think it's very likely that we are not able to win the game here, because they're going to gain 6 more armor, and they can combo off as early as next turn. We'll draw a couple more cards. They gain more armor. I mean, we can push some damage, which is nice, but if they have a Nubercon and Bran and the other card, we just lose next turn. I think I play Baddie Guest and Candle Shot over Hero Power just to have that extra board pressure is nice. But if they have the cards, I lose. But they also could have just been doing it to survive. But anyway, I feel like 2 a day on Hearthstone's a lot, especially when they're like 30 minutes each. Because, I mean, I try to think like, what would I watch? And I would watch 1 video of my own a day. No way, really? You had it all? Oh, Denathrius. Okay. 9 damage, and then this will do 12. We are off barely. And I mean barely off, which sucks. Oh, man. We're gonna have to double shoot Denathrius. We're gonna have to double shoot Denathrius and then hit a Nubricon, I guess. Because we are just, again, barely off in terms of damage. But we can't let him heal up a ton more. Oh, this sucks. We still have 2 more Shockspitters in my deck, though, which is nice. That does 12. And then we're gonna do this to kill a Nubricon. And we'll get a 2-1 back. We'll get Selective Breeder back so we can get another copy of Shockspitter. Like, it's not doomed. It's just not great either. We'll play a, we'll play this, I guess. It's not a big deal. We can play both Selective Breeders next turn. Yeah, we'll play that because it's stickier on the board. So now that a Nubricon's dead, we actually have a chance to win still. I was very worried for just a split second, but it turns out to be okay. Miracle Growth's fine. This situation, the spotter would have been amazing. I mean, yeah, but I didn't have the spotter, unfortunately. Dude, oh, imagine having the spotter there. Oh, that would have been huge! Gaining 10 armor. I don't know if that really matters. Okay. We'll discover 2. We'll get Shockspitter. And then it's gonna go trade for a little bit of extra damage, and then this is gonna do a ton. Followed by a ton. Cool. Not bad. So we're going to keep Batty Guest because we want that early game pressure of a 1-drop, and then we're going to get rid of the other 2. And we're going to hope to draw a weapon. Again, getting rid of Barrack for a weapon on curve might be better, but I still don't know. But anyway, I forgot to finish what I was going to talk about when it comes to... we'll play Trog first. We're going first. They have the coin. This slows them down quite a bit. No way. Makes sense. Candle shot with Batty Guest. Perfect. Okay. We go hit here. And then I guess we'll kill it off so they can't do anything cheeky with it, like pump it up. I don't know if they'd be even able to do that. But anyway, the game is balanced in terms of win rates, but it's not fun, right? It's not in a good spot. Don't freeze my face. They're not freezing my face because they're fools. We'll play that over the spotter because if we get the stag, it's just really good. And we're gonna just keep going face. Selective Breeder will get us a Shockspitter. We will do a lot of damage with said Shockspitter, and it will be glorious. A glorious play. You're gonna kill the 2-1, that's fine. We'll play the spotter to kill the 2-2. Maybe kill something else. Okay, 4 armor. It's not great for me, but I'll deal with it. You don't need to play the Selective Breeder quite yet. The only reason I would is if I draw a Shockspitter right now, and I'm kind of nervous about drawing the second one. We get a Spirit Poacher. I think I'd rather just do this and Selective Breeder. And just flood the board a little bit. Another stag? That is really quite good. We'll take Shockspitter, we will go face, we will continue to try to put weapons on the board and just constantly hit them in the face. And then once this goes away, this will come back and give us another bow, which is pretty solid, and we can play the spotter. I don't even know if we're necessarily going to hit a minion. It's really good to play with the candle shot. But anyway, the game is not fun, in my opinion. The game dying on turns 6 or 7. If I wanted games to end in 6, sometimes 7 turns, I would be playing Marvel Snap. Which I also do play, by the way. There's a link in the description where it has my second channel for Marvel Snap. But you get the point. Point is, games end too fast, especially after the Renathal nerf. It just seems like really fast decks are dominating. Like, let's just run down the list of the best decks in the game right now. Because I'm curious. Let's just run down the list. Diamond through Legend, because it's the largest sample size with some pretty solid players. Also, they got First Flame off of it, so we'll take First Flame as well, which is pretty good. Because we know that this is First Flame. Sure. We'll go face. Tavish turn 6 is not bad. We can hit him in the face, and we'll talk about the best decks in just one moment. 3-drop plus hit in the face. And I don't even know if I want to play First Flame, Second Flame, because, like, what's the point? I mean, I guess I kill off these 2 minions instead of Hero Power. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do First Flame, Second Flame here. We'll hit face for 3, and we're going to just continue to push damage, play Tavish next turn, hopefully draw another one of these soon. Anyway, go Shockspitter Hunter, a deck that is pretty good at closing games out between turns 6 and 8, depending on what deck we're going against. Big Spell Mage, that's kind of slow, I guess. Curse Imp Warlock, fast. Aggro Mage, fast. Evolve Shaman can be fast depending on if you get lucky evolving. Pure Paladin, Quest Spell Demon Hunter, Frost Death Knight, Imp Warlock, Spell Demon Hunter, and Rage Warrior. And then Beast Hunter. All of which, other than Beast Hunter and Big Spell Mage and sometimes Evolve Shaman, are capable of winning games by quite literally turns 6 to 8. Almost every single one of the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 decks. Yeah, I think 8 of the top 11 decks have the capacity to pretty consistently win the game turn 6 to 8. Evolve Shaman can also do it. It's just a little less consistent because it is kind of RNG dependent. So there's kind of a 9th that's close. Want to play Improved Motion Denied. I guess it can't really do too much, but it does stop them from playing a ton of cards all at once. And then I guess Emergency Maneuvers to get 2 of these is not great. We can go with Improved Ice Trap. I don't really want to do Freezing Trap because then they could discover a new spell. So let's just go Ice Trap to slow them down and then hit them. We're hoping to get a Devouring Swarm or another Shockspitter or another Selective Breeder, please. But yeah, 9 of the 11 decks have the capacity to do it. 8 can do it consistently, and only 2 of the top 11 decks are kind of slow. And even Big Spell Mage can pop off if you get an early Barbaric Sorceress, or Belinda can theoretically win games around turn 8. So, like, most just games aren't lasting that long, is what I'm saying. And that's why I don't think the game is as fun, because there's not really that much diversity. It's like, oh, you're killing them in the first couple of turns, or you're getting killed in the first couple of turns.
A smidge of this? A pinch?
I do like the fact that they release balance patches a lot more consistently now. I will give you that. That is definitely a big plus for the game of Hearthstone. So I'm not saying the balance is completely doomed. And again, like I said, I think from a diversity standpoint, the game is fairly diverse. Infuse 5 and it's been infused. That is insane. This is 9 damage. If this is Huffer, we win. If we can draw Shockspitter, we win. Oh no, they probably took Wildfire, but I'm hoping it's Ignite. Oh my gosh, it was Ignite. Wait, do I win?
That's the one.
I think I just win the game now. Oh shoot, I still would have needed it. I do win the game now, actually. Thank you for the extra damage, much appreciated. We'll do a little bit more here, and then we're gonna play Aslo. We don't even need to hero power. What's the point? We win the game. Turn 7. Wow, what a game. Great. They even gained armor and had really good early game and controlled the board. So we're going second, and we have the Trog, which means it's significantly worse to keep. It's borderline unplayable. We have the Candle Shot and Bloodseeker. So you can play Candle Shot turn 1, Spear Poacher turn 2. Again, I really do think taking out a card in order to put in an extra weapon is nice. But I don't know. Like, the more I think about it, the more I'm just like, 4 weapons in a 30-card deck should be good enough. As long as I can draw it relatively early on, it should be good enough. Death Knight is so annoying. I kind of agree with that. I agree with that statement. It is pretty annoying. Yeah, we can actually just play the Bloodseeker on turn 3. After we've attacked with the last charge of our, with our weapon. But I really think that a Harpoon Gun would be really strong, is what I was getting at. To put in over Barrack, because even though Barrack is nice for some card draw, I feel like it's just better to more consistently draw a weapon on curve. We'll see what this gives me. It gives me the Stag, which is interesting because that means I lose a durability on the Bloodseeker, because I'll hit once with it and then it'll die and make room for the Wild Seed, but I think that that's okay. I really don't think that that's that big of a deal. Candle Shot hits a thingamabob. And then we'll play Bloodseeker and Batty Guest. We lose 1 durability, but like I already said, it's not a problem. We can coin out Barrack on turn 4 to draw a bunch of new cards, which is also pretty good. Because like my big problem with it is you only really have 1 1-drop spell, 1 2-drop spell, and 1 3-drop spell. So I feel like you're drawing Barrack and it's not going to be valuable a good chunk of the time. But times like this, whoo, it is absolutely goated. They have a room full of monkeys with typewriters. They check every once in a while to see if they inspired some balance changes. I mean, I don't think that they've actually poorly balanced the game. I think that, well, it's hard to figure out if they did or not. Because here's the thing. The game, I actually think, is fairly balanced. In the sense that, like, there are a decent number of classes that are all getting some representation and are pretty decent. Like, if you look here, 9 of the 11 classes are pretty playable. 49-ish% win rate to about 55% win rate. Like, that's pretty good. Like, back when Blizzard had just 9 classes, we didn't have 9 classes that were competitively viable. Now we actually do. Warrior and Priest both have at least one playable deck. Well, Warrior's Enrage Warrior is actually decent. People are just trying to play other versions of Warrior that's bringing the win rate down. So I would even go so far as to say that Warrior should be at about a 47% win rate if you include Tempo Warrior more consistently, which is really cool. So I think that 10 of the classes are pretty competitively viable, and then Priest has a couple of high skill cap decks that are also decent. Like, not great, don't get me wrong, they're not perfect, but they're decent. Like, Bless and Naga Priest are still okay, or at least Bless Priest I think is okay. Boar Priest is decent. There's some control decks that are still okay. I'm gonna go tracking. See what I mean, I guess I could go Wild Sea or Wild Spirit. How much damage do I have? 6. Oh no, we're going into our next turn, aren't we? We can't actually play minions. You might be wondering, what do you mean we're going into our next turn? Of course we're going in. Well, we can't actually play minions. So I want to take Shockspitter. That is potentially a lot of burst on the last turn. But the reason why we have to do this is because they're going to play... Oh my gosh, they're going to play the Fell spell that gives lifesteal. I guess I could kill off my own minion here and not draw any cards so they heal up 3 less. But if they play the card, like, we have to be ready for that. They're gonna heal 3 less now, which is fine. Yup. 21 damage. Can they play a second one? Okay, they don't have a second one. They killed that off. I mean, this is not nearly enough damage to win the game yet, but we can still kill this off and do 7 more damage to their face. 14. I mean, it's actually pretty close to lethal. It's actually quite close. We are 2 damage off, but we had them heal less, which is nice. We'll Devouring Swarm here to get it back, and then we'll play another weapon and a Trog. And we'll try to kill him next turn with these. But yeah, we wanted to make sure they healed up less. Someone have a Boar Priest code? I don't. I played against a couple of them kind of recently, and... like, Elon to Twitter, I want to know what % of the product is bots. For Blizzard in general, or for balance changes? Because balance changes is definitely made by a team of people. Long-time subscriber, just wanted to say, one of the things I really enjoy about your streams and vids is the way you talk through your plays. Great for new and old players alike. That is the goal. That is what I have been trying to do. That is the attempt. What about switch Barrack for a second ram? I've been thinking about that, or just putting in another weapon, but Barrack for the card draw. I like Wild Spirits. I like Selective Breeder. I would like weapons more than anything, and we're gonna get rid of 2 cards, so I feel like it's fairly likely we get a weapon. So I'm gonna do that. Worst case scenario, you can coin out Selective Breeder turn 1, which isn't terrible. And then we can play this turn 2, and then this turn 3, which actually curves out pretty well. I don't mind this hand. Like, as far as hands go that don't have weapons, this is probably one of the better ones I could get my hands on. And we don't even need to coin anything out because we draw a 1-drop. Do you play Wild or just Standard? I only play Standard. Touch? Oof. But fair enough, I guess. Okay, so this is gonna be... It's gonna be an OTK deck. We get that, which actively sucks when used with the Wild Spirits. Unfortunate, but it's fine. It's gonna die pretty much immediately. You're discarding Mortal Coil, you trade into the 2, you don't really heal anything, so it's fine, but it's gonna be an OTK deck, so I'm gonna have to really be cautious, I think. Wild Spirits again. We'll play 2 Wild Spirits. Hopefully we can get 1 stag. Okay, we got 1 stag, that's all we really needed. And then we'll just start attacking the face as much as possible. another Scourge Supplies. They're going through their deck very quickly. I am actually kind of nervous. We are going to get rid of this bot. It's a bot that completely changed its name by changing probably one character. If I showed you the number of bots that I've blocked on my stream, it's actually like 50. I'm having to block these things like every day. We get a weapon, we're gonna go face. We get another rush minion, which is fine. I think we just want to plow face as much as possible. This obviously can rush in, but the other two just go face when we play a thing with the death roll. We get another stag. That's really good for me, actually. That's super good. Selective Breeder gets me Shockspitter, and we should be able to win the game. I want to say by turn... It might be a Rune Mithrod turn. If it is, oh, it's so sick. Drawing 2, it's fine. Should be able to win the game by turn 6 or 7. No way. Grimmer? No way. That's crazy. Whoa. That's crazy, dude. We get a Shockspitter. Okay, things do look like I should be able to win the game fairly soon. We'll take Shockspitter. We will also deal 2 damage and then hit for 3 more. You got these 2. Arguably, we could try to play the Ram first and then try to draw another Shockspitter or Bran in the next 2 or 3 turns and try to win the game around turn 7 or 8. Because since they haven't played Rune Mithrod, we know that they can't really win the game yet. Like, this is just because I've played so many games with this matchup that I just know how it works. I know that they can't win the game yet because... Wait, do I just win? Hold up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That is not enough damage to win, unfortunately. Right? Like, they go down to 11. This is plus 8. Yeah, it's off by a little bit. This goes here. They'll heal up a bit, but, I mean, I don't think it matters too much. We'll draw some cards. We'll play a Rush Minion to reduce the cost of something. Maybe we get Bran or another Shockspitter, both of which are fine. I guess we'll kill this off. I don't think it really matters. They're gonna heal the HP anyway, and then this way the 2/1 gets to live. 2 Bloodseekers! Fair enough. Bonk bonk. No, we go face, I think. Because this is gonna do 5. We do want to set it up to where we can threaten lethal even with a little bit of healing, maybe? No, I should have killed off a 1/1. Or what I should have done was I should have hit face 1 more time, actually. That's what I should have done. Because if they heal up with Touch of Nathrezim, they do heal up to 19, which is technically too much HP for me to deal with. But I guess because this is reduced and I can also hero power, it's not the end of the world, but that's fine. I misplayed that last turn, but it's fine. 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be 10, 3. Oh my gosh, wait, we're actually just barely off lethal here. We kill this off, we play Tavish, we play Coin Bloodseeker, and we call it a day. I mean, right, that's 5, 15 damage. Yeah, I should have hit face with the 1. I can't believe I did my math wrong on that. I did my math quickly because I'm trying to talk about a lot of things, and it... Sadly, we have to hit that to pump up the Shockspitter. We're gonna go Beastalker Tavish, though, and then coin out Bloodseeker. What do I want? Motion denied means they literally can't combo me, and I win the game. And then Ice Trap slows them down, and then we'll coin out a weapon. So yeah, I messed up, but we've already still won the game. It's fine. What can I run instead of Astalar? Probably the Harpoon Gun. If you don't have any of the legendaries, or you don't want to run Barrack because you think he's a little bit slow, and I've been considering changing things out as well, I would recommend putting in 1 Harpoon Gun, or putting in an extra Storm Pike Battle Ram so you can reduce the Shockspitter more consistently. But Drain Soul comes down twice, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, now the game is over. Now the game actually is over. No amount of misplaying is going to stop me from winning this one. GG.